Hey everyone, my name is Tegan. Welcome back to TandeWrites, where this might be my first video of the year. I've not really made any videos this year, whereas last year I think I upload once a week, every week for the entire year, because I thought, that might be the way to grow my channel. Nothing happened. I'm just gonna make videos for fun this year and not commit to anything. And for me, fun is a book haul. So recently it was my birthday, and in tradition I like to buy books myself. I get given some books, and also around this time is World Book Day, so Waterstones does a double stamps weekend. So that's where all this has come from. So we've got three categories for this one. We have the books I got with my Waterstone stamps, which was I think a year's worth, or maybe a little bit longer, because I tend to hoard my stamps all year round, only use them for my birthday gift to myself. We have books that I was just given off a wish list, and then the couple that I got in the double stamps sale thing that have arrived already. Let's start with some gifted ones. So first up we have Bagged Races by Cairo Corley. The theme, you might notice here that these are mostly books I've already read. I'm trying to get better at not just buying books and using it as my personal library of unread things. I'm trying to just, be more mindful of what I'm buying and buy things that I've read already from the library and love and want to have a space on my shelves. So this one I read at some point, I think near the end of last year, really adored, because I read another book by this author which was... Is it All the Dead Lie Down? It was like a spooky sapphic book. Loved that. Read this one, loved it as well. It's about a bunch of girls stranded on an island and there's something else on there with them. And ooh, you got some nice black pages in there. I love when a paperback is interesting. But yeah, really love this one. Ooh, I like the back as well. So this is now inspiration from a graphic design standpoint, but really adored it. Very glad to have it somewhere on my shelves. Next up we have The Night and the Moth, which I think everyone fell in love with sometime last year. And this one I have pre-ordered the Fancy Waterstones special edition, which will be coming. I could do a whole separate video about things I pre-ordered in this double stamps World Book Day offer, but I won't, because that might be boring. Yeah, this one is just a standard edition, because when it first came out and there were special editions, I didn't get any because I was trying not to just impulse buy things. And then I read this way too late for any of those special editions to be in stock still, so I'm going to keep an eye out for one in case I can get one second hand to match my lovely edition. But this cover, gorgeous, gorgeous. And at the end of last year I was trying to read more of the Lady Night books, which ended up just being this one and The Everlasting, because I think I got the Second Death of Locke from the library and it was a massive hardback, so I need to read an ebook version of that because my wrists cannot handle a book of that size. Another recent acquisition I got is have you seen all the book girlies who have a three-tiered trolley to keep their TBR on? I've acquired one of those. It's not got my entire TBR on it right now because it's a little hefty, but it's got the ones that are taking up a lot of space and were looking a bit unruly. It's mostly a hardcover TBR. So that's there. It's also got plants hanging off it. I'll put a picture of it here. Acquired that from IKEA around about the time of my birthday. I really enjoy it. Next up we have Cold Wire by Chloe Gong. This is a book that I read an advanced copy of. Was it an advanced copy? I'm pretty sure I read a PDF. It must have been an advanced copy from NetGalley, because I was excited. I say I've had a hit or miss relationship with Chloe Gong books. I own pretty much all of them. I've only read These Violent Delights, Our Violent Ends, and then Foul Lady Fortune, and then the short story ones, and now this one. So I own pretty much all her books. I'm pretty sure I love them. I'm just getting around to reading them. But this one, it's a return to the sci-fi dystopian, the big 2012 Hunger Games era, the books that dominated that time. It feels so nostalgic and fun, but also very fresh, because people don't really, these aren't the books that are trending right now. I think we're still very romantic-y heavy. But this was so much fun. I loved it. I think I was enjoying it, but I wasn't sold until the final 10% when the big plot twist is revealed, and everything just clicked for me. Really enjoyed this one. I'm going to take it out of the plastic because it's been sitting here waiting for me to make this video. But out of all the classics that I love, Frankenstein is my girl. Frankenstein is also the book that I studied during my GCSEs, so it's very special to me. And obviously the Frankenstein film came out recently and Jacob Elordi was a perfect creature. So I'm back in my Frankenstein obsession. So some time ago I was perusing Waterstones and I saw a very, very beautiful book that was out of my budget at the time, or I just couldn't justify carrying the book around, and I thought, I'll have that someday. And lo and behold, I have a friend who remembers what I want more than I do, and it is mine. I also really want the there's a book that goes like alongside the film. There's like it's like a script edition, I think. I want that as well, but it's like £60-70 and always out of stock. Okay, so there's a series of classics that have like the 3D interactive elements, they say, and it's gorgeous. It's beautiful, it's stunning. I'm trying to find. So I've never played around with this book because they're always like plastic wrapped in the shop, but most pages have some kind of like illustration on. It's almost like pop-up, not quite pop-up elements. Maybe it would be if I held it properly. But it's just, yeah, it is like 3D elements, there's illustrations, it's gorgeous. There's an envelope for me to open. Don't mind if I do. Okay, so you can open up the envelope and it is a notebook. Oh, it folds. It's a kid's book for adults. I love it. It's gorgeous. It's stunning. I'm so glad to have this, and I think I might collect some more books. Oh. I'm gonna have to get rid of all these like loose paper parts. We have a map of Europe. This is a lot of fun. I'm gonna spend a lot of time reading this. If you see me reading this on Goodreads for a month straight, don't acknowledge it. But I'm very grateful to have friends who remember things that I point out on shelves and buy me them, because this is perfect. And then in the Waterstones double stamps thing that happened recently for World Book Day, I did do predominantly pre-ordered, because pretty much all my stamps are hoarded. I tend to only buy things from Waterstones if it's like an impulse purchase in person on like the buy one get one half price table, or if it is on one of these sales where it's like 25% off pre-orders, or it's double stamps. So I do double stamps and I get a lot of pre-orders at a time, because it means I'm not paying for it in the moment, and then like the cost is spread out throughout the year. But the one things I did get that have arrived straight away that weren't pre-orders were I went to see Hadestown again for my birthday, and Desmond Catabout and Dylan Wood are like the perfect Orpheus and Eurydice duo. So I have one of these for Next to Normal as well. This is basically just kind of like the script. I don't know if there's any dialogue in it. There's probably dialogue in it because Hadestown is mostly sung through, but it's just the songs. I think it's like a fun, like almost like a merch item. It's very small, it takes up no space, but it's nice to have. I'm probably going to sit down, listen to the soundtrack and be nostalgic at some point, and I'm going to go through and I'm going to read the lyrics. Because I am someone who will sit there with the Spotify lyrics on full screen watching it like it's a music video. So that's fun. And then I also got, this is the Aeneas Mitchell, I guess the companion book. I guess it's, I feel like it's part of Penguin Random House. It is like an official book. But it is, the person who wrote Hadestown, Aeneas Mitchell, basically reads this, pretty, kind of like companion book about the writing of the musical. And like all the different versions it had gone through. Because it started off, I think in like 2006 or 2010 or something, there was a concept album. And then you have the following 20 years worth of Hadestown becoming what it is today. And that is just something I want to read about. Yeah, so it has like pretty much the comparisons like every version of each song. I'm looking forward to, and like different like little notes, little insight about the writing process. I'm looking forward to getting to the chant to reprise, where Aeneas Mitchell can tell me why she cut the Persephone verse. And now we'll go into my Waterstones haul, which looks less impressive every year as the price of books keeps going up. But I think I went in with about £60 worth of vouchers, which implies that I've spent £600 at Waterstones in the past. I think it's more like 18 months. I'm pretty sure I've got a video of the last time I went to Big Waterstones, it was Watson's Piccadilly. But yeah, I almost exclusively buy things on various offers to get more stamps, so dear God hope I've not spent £600 at Waterstones. I dear God hope I've not even spent the £300 at Waterstones. I probably have. Short version, it's all paperbacks because I didn't want to carry it around London. Here's what it is. We'll start at... Let's start at the bottom. So this is huge, by the way. This is Heavenly Tyrant. It's a sequel to Iron Widow, which is a book I own somewhere. Oh, it's probably on my TBR trolley because I have not read it yet, which I think I must have got that one on the half price table as well. But a lot of Waterstones seem to have eradicated the YA half-price tables. A lot of them are like middle grade children's, yeah, younger children's or adult. So I see a table and I think, yeah, I need that. But this one, because I got this because I'm pretty sure that I will love Iron Rideau, or at least really enjoy it enough to read the sequel when I do read it. And this is just here, mostly impulse because it was half price to purchase. I don't think I would have got this if it was full price, especially now that I know it's a brick. I'm probably going to read it as an ebook. But that's fun. I think that's exciting. So my other impulse purchase on that offer is And the River Drags Her Down, which I've heard good things about, and I probably would have read it. Why are books getting so thick these days? What are the black pages? I probably would have read this one at some point, so having a physical copy is kind of like urging me to get through it. And we've got some fun page designs as well. But I don't really know what this is. Bringing people back from the dead, small town, yeah, I'm gonna love this. And then I got a copy of Annihilation by Jeff Vandermeer because I really love Annihilation. I started to read the second one, which is called Authority, which is also somehow like twice as length and half as exciting. I started reading that one, I DNF'd it. But I love Annihilation. Oh, I love it, it's shiny. I love the film. I almost got lured in. I think either like it might have been a Lumicrate have released a special edition set of all 4 books in this series. They're gorgeous, they're stunning. I can't justify having all of them, because I really love Annihilation. I don't love the other ones. But even if you don't want to read the book, it's a nice thin little strange book. The film's also pretty great. And it's a pretty accurate adaptation. There are some minor changes, mostly about, to make it obviously film ready, because this book doesn't really have like an intense final fight like a lot of action sci-fi films do. The film does, but the changes make sense. I'll allow it. But yeah, I got lured in by the rainbow. Then we're expanding my Frances Hardinge collection. I think they're split across 2 shelves and I can never find where they are. Where are they behind me? Oh, they're here. So out of Frances Hardinge books, I'm really into the YA, like older children's books. So Unraveller and Deep Light are some of my favourite books of all time. And then, what else is here? She's also got these like illustrated younger reader books that I really love as well because the illustrations are beautiful. There's 2 of those so far. And The Lie Tree is her big book. I've had that one since I was a child, or since it came out. So I was probably like an early teenager. I'm still getting around to reading it. Same with A Face Like Glass, but they're the older covers. A lot of the books have now been re-released in these covers. So I've got A Cuckoo Song because I read this and loved it. I'm struggling to... Oh, it's about like... I'm not going to tell you what I remember about it because that's probably a big spoiler. But really enjoyed this one. Thought I'll get a copy of it as I'm using my vouchers and it's free to me, technically. And then I got A Skin Full of Shadows because out of the unread ones, this one I think is one I want to read next and is the most exciting to me. And these, I think they are more aimed for middle grade or like early, like pre-teen, early teen, but they're still very fun to me. I really love her writing style, it's very engaging to me. And the final book I got in big waterstones with my stamps was The Society for Soulless Girls by Laura Stevens, because I read Every Exquisite Thing when I came out, which is like her Dark Academia, Picture of Dorian Gray reimagining. It's sapphic. Really loved that one, but I also read Our Infinite Fates, which is now her big the book that you see everywhere. Didn't enjoy that one as much. But when I was reading Every Exquisite Thing when it came out, I saw that this one looks familiar and I thought, oh, I'm really going to love that, I'm really going to read that. I started trying to read it on the train on the way back from London, but the vibes were just simply not right. I had Hadestown stuck in my head, so I had to stare out the window and listen to that for a while. But this, I'm pretty sure I'll love it, and it's probably going to be quite inspirational for a book that I'm trying to write. And the final part of my birthday haul is this mysterious box. So I was perusing Vinted because I go on Vinted mostly about once a month around the time that all the book subscription boxes, the Illumicrate, the Owl Crate, the Fairy Loot, they all get shipped out, and I refresh my feed page and I just watch and see everyone getting rid of the books they've just bought. And every now and then it will show me like a nice special edition book that I didn't know about. So in here, I've forgotten what one of them is, but the other one is a special edition of A Sorceress Comes to Call by T. Kingfisher, because I'm obsessed with T. Kingfisher. And I will buy anything. I got one of her books is on the way right now. But I will read everything she writes. And I saw a special edition of this book and I thought, oh, I need that in my life. And honestly, can't remember. There's 2 in here because the seller had like multiple books. If I can get into this, it's really good. But yeah, we'll try and remember what the other book is. And also Tea Kingfisher is pretty much my exception for not just randomly buying books I've not read. I will auto buy everything with her name on it. Okay, a lot of Tea Kingfisher hardcovers are also like quite little hardcovers. I've buried my other ones for reference, but they're like slightly smaller. But there's, I got lured in by the typography is what it was, and it's like very sketchy. There's a lot of books that feature people on the covers right now that are drawn. I'm specifically talking about the Owl Crate and like Illumicrate special editions have more of like, I keep calling it anime face, but that implies that all anime is drawn with the same art style, but there's like a very specific art style that they all use. But this one is like very sketchy and hand done and gorgeous. And I saw this scrolling. I was looking at a different book. I was scrolling through this person's listing to see if there's anything else I wanted, and this caught my eye. And oh, it's so beautiful. So if a book has wraparound art, they've sold me, especially wraparound art when it extends onto these like inner flaps. But that's gorgeous. And then the whole sketchy art continues on all the other sides as well, and on the inside. And also a lot of special edition books, they have like a different artist for like the cover, and then someone else is the end papers, and someone else is like the jacket design. And I love when the hardcover is case laminate, so it's like the smooth, really little smooth. I can't do with cloth bound hardcovers. But this is so beautiful. And then the end papers, and I realize it's like really washed out from my lighting. Okay, it's got the same front and back end papers, but it's so gorgeous elsewhere. I'm not going to complain. It's signed. So this is the Page and Wick special edition from 2024. I will be eyeing up, I'll be looking at Page and Wick now. And yeah, the big joy of Vinted for me is that I discover like companies I didn't know about. There's so many places offering special editions. It's frankly overwhelming. But then you find like a little gem like this, and it's beautiful. I also do have the paperback version of this, which might end up being the copy that I read. There's nothing else I thought. I remember now. So the book that I got lured in with was Bury Our Bones in the Midnight Soil by V. Schwab, because I have like just like a standard UK hardcover version, and pretty much every special edition I've seen of it is gorgeous. And I was like, wow, I really want a special edition. And now this is the Fairy Loot special edition, but this is also sometimes you get a book where the end paper, the sprayed edge is like not cohesive with the rest. So I like that it is using the same design elements. Let's investigate this one. I've again not read this book yet. I will be reading it via ebook because it is huge, and my wrists hurt. Ooh, what's this? Oh, I've got a... He's given me like the little like what's in this box thing. So I have all the artists here. Oh, gorgeous. Okay, so I've also got the Owl Crate box this month, so you might see an unboxing for me in like a week or so. But for now, here's the boxing. Oh, it's reversible jacket art. So first of all, here's the jacket art. That's fully redesigned. It's also reversible, so you could have the original art in a different colourway with the pink roses blue text rather than blue roses yellow text. I think I have. And there's also like a red roses version. We won't be using this because the other version is gorgeous. And then the case art still like perfectly ties in with the cover art. Make note of this copper foil. Make note of that. And it's so gorgeous. It's stunning. And I love when a book's huge because you have more room to do art. And then, see that copper foil? I think the first book, Our Infinite Fates, the Laura Stevens, it must have been the Owl Crate edition, or was it a Fairy Crate edition? It was the first book I saw that had like foiled end paper art, and now that just seemed, that I personally got, because I don't get many of these subscription boxes. But this is gorgeous, and I'm glad that this is a thing. And they're different art. So this is V. Schwab's vampire book. Vampires from every era. I don't know much else about it. But it's stunning, it's gorgeous, I say this every time I do an unboxing, specifically for book subscription boxes, but I loved when the author letter used to be on a separate postcard rather than bound into the book, so I could use it as a bookmark. But I like it, I like it. This was a good purchase. Thank you to myself for getting myself a birthday gift. I also want to say that my stack of books from Waterstones ended up being, I think, £54. I still had like £6 left over to use. So, here is every book I got for my birthday. I could be really misleading in the title and just say like, here's what hoarding your Waterstone stamps gets you, even though only 6 of these, 5 of these, 6 of these is what hoarding your Waterstone stamps gets you. But yeah, I'm glad to expand my library. This might be the year. I say this might be the year that I read all my unread books, but I'm very behind my reading goal right now because I can't stop making Hadestown TikTok edits. But yeah, thank you so much for watching this video. I'll probably see you soon with an Owl Crate unboxing. But until then, bye.